Hello, BookTube. Lord Ganesh and I wanted to make a quick video to remind you about a side hustle of mine. That is Cedarburg Public Library Radio. Jeff at the Cedarburg Public Library in Cedarburg, Wisconsin, got in touch with me last year because his library has a public radio station, one of the only libraries that does. And he thought it might be fun if we do a daily book segment. And we've started doing it, and it is tremendous fun. I wanted to make sure you knew. We took a long hiatus when I disappeared at the end of last year, and then I was also sick. And I think there were some power outages at the library, probably cow-oriented, since it's never a bad guess when you're dealing with Wisconsin. But all of those hurdles have been overcome, and we are back on the air Monday through Friday at Cedarburg Public Library's Book of the Day. I'll leave a link to it down below. I leave a link to it on every video, but I'll leave a solo link to it down below so that you know that we're around. You can listen to us on all kinds of podcasting venues. I don't really know the podcasting, but you can listen to us without watching. You can certainly do that. But we also, the Cedarburg Public Library Radio also has a YouTube channel, and you are perfectly free to watch that. It's extra bookish content. Some of you are Steve Donahue completists. I'm not sure that therapy wouldn't be cheaper, but others of you have expressed, are you anywhere else? Do you do any other video stuff? Well, I do. Every weekday, I talk about a book. And one of the interesting things about Cedarburg Public Library's Book of the Day is that I'm often there talking in detail about new releases, which I don't do on this channel. And I talk about new releases that I don't even mention on this channel. I get them, I read them, but I can't bring up every book that I see with my eyes on this channel. And on top of that, really, those two things were going to be the sort of on-paper draw of the whole thing. But really, the main draw of Book of the Day is that Jeff and I are having a ball. And that can be fun to inject into your day. If you're having a gray, depressing day, I guarantee you'll have a smile on your face when you're done with our latest episode, whatever it is. We try to be very fair, especially to divisive books. We both have strong opinions, but we try to be very fair, and we also try to, in addition to the joking and the joshing, we try to talk about the book in the round to give you an idea of whether or not you want to put a hold on it at the library, or put a hold on it at your old library, or even get a copy. It tries to be a nice, rounded, balanced discussion. We're both fond of library blackboard screeching dad jokes, so sometimes we get derailed, but usually even that can be fun. And the mix is good too, which is the one intangible. That's the thing you can't predict ahead of time. You can't make it be good, and you can't simulate it being good. I have done cooperative things like this, never before on a public radio station, but I've done cooperative things like this before, and I can tell you, I'm sure Jeff has horror stories that he can tell you. He's done a lot more than I have. I can tell you that element, that interpersonal intangible, is the make or break X factor. If that's not there, sooner or later you're going to be finding a reason not to do thing X, Y, or Z. And it is there. Jeff and I have a ball talking about these things with a good mixture. He's not making any illusions about the disparity. You're familiar with it on this channel. Well, it exists everywhere, so there's no really getting around it. I've read all of these books, and Jeff is a busy guy with, I think, 50 children, and he has a job at the library and a whole bunch of other stuff that he does, so he can't read all the books. He hasn't read all the books that we talk about. Sometimes he will sample them. Sometimes they are a book that's on his list that he has read, but most of the time, we're balancing that chemistry. He's having me on as a guest who has read the books and can talk about them, and he's sort of helping the conversation along by riffing, bouncing questions, that sort of thing. It's just wonderful. I thought I'd make a quick reminder video, especially since it's been a long time since I mentioned it on this channel. We were gone for a long time. This week is our first week back, which is a pretty long break from the week before Christmas to now. But we are back, and God willing, we will stay on the air for the whole of the year, and you will never know what's coming on our daily episodes. About 20 minutes of your day. We do have a rough pattern, very rough, which is that Thursdays we deal with something that's a little more canonical, a little bit more of a classic. Doesn't have to be, a syllabus type classic, but something that's much more established. That's not quite so new. Monday through Wednesday we do new releases. That doesn't have to stay true. But we do that right now. Thursday, we do a kind of classic, kind of well-established book. And then Friday, we do a kid's book. to round out the week. So that's as rough as that's as formed as it gets. All the rest of the time, anything is up for grabs. We're totally up for grabs on what we talk about. So I'll leave a link. Feel free to tune in. Feel free to subscribe. It's daily content. And I'll wrap this reminder video up so that Lord Ganesha can get back to discussing with me the eternal verities of the universe, which it turns out boils down to food. I can get behind that completely. So I will wrap this up, but I will see you soon. Thank you.